act of genocide, as Germany tries to confine it only to post-1948, it nullifies, the statutes nullified that Germany's position. So Germany is also right in that context for it to, or for her to recognize the Armenian genocide, which was in 1915, just 10 years after the OvaHerero and Nama genocide. So given these instruments and also the United Nations conventions, declaration on indigenous people, where both the German government and the Namibian government acceded, signed, agreed to the protection and the interests of indigenous communities. So there are sufficient international instruments to give us that muscle to demand self-representation.
The OvaHerero Traditional Authority Secretary General said that in 2006, the National Unity Democratic Organization NUDO tabled a motion in the National Assembly that was adopted that stated that the German government must recognize the genocide, pay the reparations, and have discussions with the affected parties.
You see, when the Hake administration came to run the country now, it decided that it would be state-to-state negotiations. We have opposed that position ever since 2015. Make it very clear that we need to be a direct participants. And it is because of that exclusion as to be at the table of negotiations, describing what we need as victims. And remember, the Namibian government does not speak for the Botswana Namas. Neither does it speak for the Namas and Hereros who are citizens of South Africa, who are there because of the genocide. It only speaks for itself. But the OvaHerero Traditional Leadership, the Nama Traditional Leaders Association, have the mandate to speak on behalf of the communities, whether they are in diaspora or locally in Namibia. Therefore, that is why we have demanded direct participation. And because we were excluded from that process, it is why in 2017 we took this case to the US courts.
The OTA believes that the Namibian government cannot represent the Namas and Hereros that went to other countries due to the genocide.
Only the victim knows how he or she can be healed. Only as we have lost know our losses and our pains. It cannot be discussed by proxies. We have been excluded even in terms of the measures that need to be put in place to address our needs. That's one thing. Us know our pains. The South African Hereros, the Nama Hereros know their pains. Even us here Hereros and Namas in Namibia cannot discuss this matter without their direct input. So they know their case, the challenges. Secondly, the Namibian government has not been an egalitarian government. The government has not been treating all Namibians equally. We know the distribution of these resources of this country are not equally distributed among all citizens. We have seen black apartheid, in other words. We also know that the level of theft in this government, the corruption that is happening, this government is not bankrupt.
Ngavirue stated that they are gearing up to protest and fight this agreement between the Namibian and German governments.